How do you prioritize your own self-care?
And that can change. Like I
Yeah.
remember, like, for example, self-care for me is exercise. And I would get frustrated because the child, I can't go to the gym anymore. I can't do this. I remember when Mana was little, I would strap him on me in this one of those little chest things, and I would hold him on me, and I would go work out. And I'd do my cable swings, and I'd do
With him on you?
with me. And he loved the feeling of that movement. So it was great for him. It was great for me. But then he got bigger, and he didn't want to sit in the harness. It was just like, I want to go do something else. And so then I had to get the bouncy thing next to me. And so he would bounce, and he would play with his little activity center. But then, a child's, attention span, maybe 20 minutes is what I would get. So I had to be very productive in the gym and say, that's all I can do. And I think the key is to keep on modifying. It's like, you think this is the only way I can work out. And if I can't work out this way, I can't work out. And I remember that you get rigid in your thoughts. Like, I can't go to the gym, therefore I'm stuck. And now I can't work out. And that's because my child won't let me. So instead I thought, wait a minute, I can work out. I just can't work out the way I'm used to working out. So it was like, well, what can I do? Oh, well, I'll put the child in the stroller and I'll go walk the hills in my area. And so I take him, and he had great fun looking at all the houses and cars, and I got my workout in. And so it became a walking exercise. And so I just make it challenging with hills, so it's modifying that. And so if gets bored with the hills, okay, we'll go to the beach. And now he's excited because he has a different scenario to look at. He's excited to see all the dogs and things on the beach, and we'd go walk the beach. And so constantly changing. And then it's like, then they get old enough where they don't want to be in the stroller. And you're like, now what? And then I'd go, let's go to the playground. And so instead of being one of those mothers who just sat down and watched your kids play, or being on your phone while your kids are playing, I ditch the phone and I would go on the playground with the kids. And it's a great workout. I do the monkey bars. I would do pull-ups. I would do chest presses. I would do, whatever, crunches. I would walk, lunges across the playground. And the kids were like, Mommy's playing with me. This is great. And so at the end of the playground session, you're exhausted because you got your workout in, the kid's exhausted, and it becomes a great day. So it's all about reinventing yourself. And so I think children, as soon as you get a groove on, they change, and it's like, oh, they're on to the next stage. And as soon as you figure it out, it's like, oh, now they're into something else. And so it's constantly evolving yourself and constantly saying, how can I make this better? How can I do this differently? It's like meditation. I used to meditate. My favorite time was 2:00 in the afternoon. That is not a good time for kids unless they're napping. But now Mana doesn't nap. So it's like, that doesn't work for me. So when do I meditate? I meditate at 10 o'clock at night again. But now I'm a seasoned meditator, so I know how to stay present at that time. I have my meditation chair right in my room. The kids are asleep. I go meditate for half an hour. It calms my mind, centers me, and I sleep so much better. And so that's what I learned to do. So I'm like, okay, this is working now. So, it might change later, and I might have to change that as well. But being open to change, and that's critical. It's just saying, how can I do this? Don't give up. Just say, what can I do? And, we think about exercise. It's not always about the gym. It's like, you can hike, you can jump, you can swim. Swimming is a great thing. I do a lot of swimming with the kids now. It's like, I take Zoe and I throw her in the air, and, I do that with Mana too. And he's a lot heavier. And that's a great upper body workout. You're like throwing your kid and letting him swim, and then going underwater and doing somersaults, handstands in the pool. I teach him how to hold the wall and do kicks. And we're doing these little kicks and scissor kicks and all these different kinds of things. And they think it's super funny and enjoyable, and I'm getting a workout.
Brilliant. So what I'm hearing you say is, being creative, being open-minded, being receptive to new ways of doing things, and adapting to the reality that's in front of you, and not getting so fixed and rigid, which is only going to lead to more anxiety, more frustration, more anger that you don't want to misplace on the wrong little individual. So that's brilliant advice. And it's obviously working beautifully for you, because as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, you are a master manifester.